Ambassador Sibal, it's a great pleasure to welcome you to CUTS Adda. This is a new initiative by CUTS in which discussions are held on some of the topical issues that shape our biography. And one of the critical questions that comes to mind immediately is with regard to the relationship between Washington and New Delhi. And we've just had the 2+2 dialogue, and I was hoping you could advise us as to what do you see really as the thrust and the implications of that dialogue?
I think having a 2+2 dialogue, which involves the defense and foreign ministers of both sides, and with the world's foremost power, has certain implications. It means that our political strategic relationship is going to become deeper, and there is willingness on both sides to walk down that path, and that a direction will be given jointly by the foreign and defense ministries of both sides to deepen this relationship. The fact that we have had this third 2+2 dialogue between India and the US, and the fact that this was held at the fag end of Trump's presidency shows that over and beyond what may or may not happen in the elections, the signal that the US wants to send, and of course India is reciprocating, that this relationship and the 2+2 dialogue goes beyond change of governments. It is at the national level that the two countries have decided that they have to move forward to meet the current challenges that both countries are facing in our region and beyond.
What you say, Ambassador, is that this is a bipartisan support to the relationship. And people do say it's extraordinary that barely a week before the US presidential elections, we have the 2+2 dialogue. And what comes also to mind, Ambassador, is there a compulsion, and is China the compulsion that is actually forging closer links between Washington and New Delhi?
So insofar as the timing is concerned, the 2+2 dialogue at this level would not have had any implications for the elections, because elections had already started, in a sense, taking place, because the postal balloting in millions had already been cast. So to look upon this as some kind of an effort or attempt by the Republicans to gain mileage in the elections would be wrong. I think they wanted a continuity. The United States wanted a continuity, and we wanted a continuity. And very importantly, since BECA, which has been under discussion for 2-3 years now, was ready for signature, I think the Republican administration, which had worked on it, wanted to bring closure to it while they were in power. And so far as India is concerned, we also didn't want to delay this, because after the elections, as you well know, in the United States, it takes about 6 months to nominate all the key positions in the defense and in the Pentagon and the Foreign Office, and we didn't want the momentum to be lost. And therefore, we also welcomed the fact that we could sign the BECA. An important thing, and that's to answer your question, is that this 2+2 meeting, as well as BECA, does send a signal to China. This provided a platform for Pompeo and Esper to target China on Indian soil, very openly, in a very forthright and aggressive manner. India was quiet and reticent, but they let the Americans do the job for them. And China has to take this into account. They cannot for a moment, in terms of their planning, forget the fact that the United States is openly supporting India, is openly targeting China for its aggression. And therefore, in any escalation that China may have in mind, they'll have to factor in the fact that the United States is supporting India. So therefore, there was a powerful message to China too.
Do you think China is feeling hemmed in, Ambassador? I mean, you have the 2+2 dialogue, which very clearly is targeting Beijing. You have the Quad. You have the Malabar exercises. You've had unprecedentedly a naval ship from Canada getting into the waters. You have a German ship coming across. Is China feeling hemmed in, and is that good for the global well-being?
Well, I think if China is feeling hemmed in, is because they have invited this. They have instigated this. After all, it began all in the South China Sea,
Yes.
and they got away with it, and they're still getting away with it. They have succeeded in dividing ASEAN. They're not going to demilitarize the islands. They have upped the ante with Japan on Senkaku, with Vietnam with regard to the Spratlys. And they have even targeted poor little Bhutan territorially, and now even Nepal, as one understands. And they have committed this aggression against us in Ladakh, and the CPC, and the relationship with Pakistan. And all this they have been doing with a sense of impunity, that they can get away with it. But slowly but surely, there has been now momentum being built up to curb China's ambitions by powers like the United States, Australia, Japan, India, and hopefully tomorrow Vietnam and Indonesia too, to tell China that there is a price to pay. And these are the early signs of the price that China will have to pay if they continue down this road. So I don't accept that they are feeling hemmed in. They have invited this and they have to step back, but I don't think she is in a position to step back either politically or in terms of what he thinks is China's rightful place on the global scene.
Ambassador Sibal, as always, it's a great honor and a great pleasure to speak with you. Stay well, stay safe.
My pleasure, and stay safe too. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed this brief conversation with Kanwal Sibal, former Foreign Secretary of India, on an Indian perspective on the American and India ministerial dialogue 2+2, which was held, and the context of China. Now we're going to go on to an American perspective with Ambassador Frank Wisner. I hope you will enjoy it also. Thank you.